Hey folks, welcome back to Rugby Center. This is Chris live in central Pennsylvania. My apologies there. It took 90 seconds before my stream showed up. I hope you're not a full 90 seconds behind me. That will be very frustrating. Let me just do a little quick test on this real quick and see if that's the case. We'll get the lineup here for you. All right. Let me just, I want to go into my my own browser here and see if I can see how close we are, if I get an echo or not. Where the heck is... This is crazy. Okay, there we go. Just a second. Okay, I don't want an advert. Sorry. Getting an advert. Okay. Is it working? Okay. All right, it is working. Okay, good. Sorry about that, folks, but there's all kinds of monkiness going on with YouTube this past week with things not starting on time, so my apologies for that. Let's get to the lineups here in Suzuki Park in Kimberley. It's the Griquas taking on the Cheetahs. Cheetahs in a must-win situation. The Griquas season's done. However, here's the lineup for the Griquas. Connor Mahoney at the fullback position. Dylan Mart on the right wing. Zane Bester. Tertius Kruger in the center. Sako Makata on the left wing. Lubabalo Dobela gets the nod at fly half. Thomas Bursey, scrum half. Carl Els. Marco David is the captain once again. Tabo Indemande. Derek Pretorius. Dylan Splom are the locks. In the front, it's Janu Bota, DeAndre Delport, and Leon Lyons get the nod for the start. Off the bench, Gustave Durant, Eddie Davids, Sibo Dlamini, Albert Liebenberg, Jacques Van der Woud, Bobby Alexander, Zindine Robinson, and J.C. Nell. And that is the lineup for the Griquas, hoping for a win here at home. The Cheetahs desperate to claw their way into playoff position here. They're currently in fourth, but they're knotted up with the Pumas, ahead of them a point differential. For the Cheetahs, and the date on this says Friday, the 29th. It's actually the 30th. They made a mistake. The Cheetahs at fullback, it's Letha Nkulu. On the right wing, Cohen Jasper. He moves there from fullback. Munia Hatzenberg and Ali Majima in the center. Daniel Kasende on the left wing. Ethan Wenzel, the rookie phenom, is the fly half. Ron Kruger, Jean-Andre Rudolph, Aiden Davis, Gideon Vandemerve, and once again, the lock, Victor Sekikete is the captain. Manuale Zito, the other lock. Robert Hunt, Corne Ferry, Skulk Frere in the front row. Off the bench, Vernon Paulo, Henkes van Wyk, Lawrence Victor, Frido Olafia, Upa Mahoja, Marco Janssen van Vuren, Reinhard Fortain, and Michael Anis. The referee is AJ Jacobs, and the TMO is Amy Barrett Thron. And we're about ready to get started here, folks, with this game. Wow, up in Kimberley. Yeah, welcome back to the program. Good to see you all again. So my apologies, but am I losing my connection now? We've got a moment. Very quiet moment here. I don't know what's going on. The mic has been turned off for the announcers. I missed whether there was a moment of silence for someone who passed away or what. But anyway, later today's action includes the Bulls. That game is at quarter after the hour. I was in the middle of editing a video for my other channel, and I had to drop that to come here for the broadcast. So thanks for tuning in and joining me today on Friday, August 30th, 2024, for Currie Cup action, week 9 of a 10-week season. And it's the Griquas hosting the Cheetahs in a chilly Northern Cape event. It's a moment of silence for Wilfred Calvert, ex-Griquas player who passed away. All right. Ronald Heyman, moment of silence, ex-Griquas coach. So 2 people who passed on. And once again, the pitch looks very similar to what we see in Velcom. So the Cheetahs must win. If they want to get to the playoffs, they must win this game. There's no question about it. If you're a Cheetah supporter, you better be pulling hard for them today because they need a win. And the more points they get, the better. But they definitely need a win here. In the log, the Cheetahs in 4th position, 24 points in the log. But the Pumas are also tied there. 4 wins, 3 losses, and a draw. 24 points. What separates them is a point differential. So a loss here would be catastrophic for them. The last game of the season will be Cheetahs and Pumas, so definitely need to win this one. Thanks to the folks who are here right now. Appreciate you joining me here. Nobody's chatting. I see F. Becker's there. Good to see you there. Yeah, looking forward to a very big weekend. Hopefully I have a huge crowd tomorrow for the Springboks game. Boy, I want one of those Griquas flags. It's very windy there in Kimberley. Ethan Vance will get us started. We're underway, ladies and gentlemen, from Kimberley. And the ball's inside the 22, taken by the Griquas down there. Marco David, he's been stepping up big time. This is a guy that's got a lot of talent. We may see him doing big things in the future. Bursey hands the ball over, and the Griquas going through some phases now. E.J. Jacobs tells him to use it. He better get using it quickly or they'll turn it over. Sekiketi gives a half-hearted charge down. Ball gets loose into the air. It's knocked on by the Griquas and down the sideline. Here comes Daniel Kasende. He's in. Did he avoid the touch line? It looks like he went in touch. Looks like he just missed getting in there. Wow. Almost had it. Daniel Kasende nearly got in, but they got his boot in touch over there. We're gonna go to TMO and see. Or are we just gonna take the side judge's view? Let's see what the call is here. Jacobs is talking, but the announcers are talking. I can't hear the official over the announcers. Come on. This is really close. Well, you can't see it from that angle. We don't have the right angle here. We're looking at it from the try zone, and you can't see because bodies cover up the boots. The side judge was right behind Daniel Kasende. So, definitely the Griquas players' boots were in touch. Okay, now here's a side angle. That's not going to do it either, I don't think. We need an angle from behind. Maybe the left boot. I can't tell. That angle doesn't get it done for us, but could be the left boot. It's hard to say, folks. Alan Gray is here. Aiden, this isn't on a channel. I'm paying a subscription service to bring you this broadcast. I use Flow Rugby in the United States. Imagine it's on Supersport. I don't know which channel Supersport it's on. Yeah, this is inconclusive to change the official's position on the field, so it's going to wind up being in touch. That would be my expectation here. As I was saying, Bulls Lions later today. We'll cover that game as well. And tomorrow it's the Sharks and Griffins, and then Province and the Pumas, followed up by the Springboks hosting the All Blacks. We're hoping for a big turnout for that one. It's hard to say with these angles. There's no angle from behind, apparently. So I'm not sure. Yeah. Right. Yep, so... What? It's a try. I guess that I didn't see him mark a try. I saw the flag go up. So apparently he called it a try, and they're saying he's nothing can overrule. Well, if it was a try, there is nothing can overrule, but that's not what I saw. I saw a flag go up. So that's going to be a try to Dan Kasende, and the Cheetahs are off in good shape early on here. That's a bit of a surprise. I'm not exactly sure. Amy Barrett-Thron said there was nothing to overturn it, and she's right. I agree. The camera angles were inconclusive. However, I saw the flag go up by the side judge. Doesn't that tell us it was in touch? "20 seconds left on shot clock for Ethan Wenzel from the corner." So Cheetahs trying to go up 7-0. Up 5-0 now. Here's the kick. Off his boot. High into the air. It looks like it's going to be wide right. No, it's good. It's good. 7-0. Tough kick there. And the Cheetahs are looking for this kind of start to their game. So, CB must be working today. Otherwise, she'd be here for sure being a Cheetahs fan. Yep. Yeah, nothing to overturn it. So, good officiating job by the on-field officials and the TMO, Amy Barrett-Thron. Restart inside of 22, and Jandre Rudolph comes barreling through the 22, tackled there. Griquas formed their defensive line. Ron Krieger over there to dig it out from the ruck for the Cheetahs. Hoisted over the top, the ball goes past midfield, down to the Griquas 38-meter line, taken down there. Nice carry there by Carl Els. Bursey over to Dobello. Dobello coming wide. And on the near side, Mahoney offloads that ball to Marco DeVitt. DeVitt trying to go forward, gets up to the 10-meter line, places the ball, and the Cheetahs are off their feet. How is that not a penalty? Thank you. Thank you. Diving into the pile. Second player just dove in there. And, of course, the referee did catch it. Cheetahs are into this one. They know they must win this game. Absolute must win. So penalty called on Jandre Rudolph there. as he went off his feet. So Dobello will kick it down the pitch for territory, but he's right next to that touch line. And Hank Klopper's membership. Hank, thank you for that. Go Bulls. Well, the Bulls aren't playing right now, man. You better be nervous about the Bulls and Lions today. All right, so it's kicked down the pitch. It'll be a line out to the Griquas now. And Andre Delport throws in successfully from the 10-meter line. They go wide. Dobello, he's got someone on the outside. Here comes Mahoney. Little line break back into the hands of Zane Bester. They're down inside the 22-5. And look at this. The Griquas are back in the try zone just like that. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Shocker. Look at that. Lobello. Oh, my goodness. Lubabala Dobello gets this thing started. Zane Bester with his first ever Currie Cup try for the Griquas. That is not how it's going to get done for the Cheetahs. From the 10-meter line, they go wide. And Dobello feeds this thing outside. And Bester just does it. Nice pass from Connor Mahoney and does the rest on his own. My goodness, nobody. Kasende couldn't catch him. Cohen Jasper couldn't catch him. My goodness. And Gideon Vandemeven shows up once he's in the try zone. But Zane Bester turns on the afterburners and smokes the Cheetahs. Unbelievable, folks. There's Chris Marie. Boy, that is a disturbing sign there. That looks like the Bulls defense. Pathetic. Wow. Man, Bester gets the try for the Griquas here at home in Kimberley. What an amazing start to this game we've seen here. Hank is just giving 5 memberships to folks. Wow. 50 people currently here. Here's the kick. Dobella. He went over the limit, so he's not going to get it. So thank you, Esbach, for membership. And Christian Albert van Lingen. Christian. Jerome Olafia. And Miss Pumba. Wow, Miss Pumba got a membership too. Cool beans. Thank you for that, Hank. Very kind of you to offer those gifted memberships. Wow. So I have to break because I can't fall behind the game here, folks. Sorry. It's they did not get the conversion because he took too long for the kick. So it's 7-5. Cheetahs out in front early in this game. The restart and the who's that? Sorry. Miss Pumba. There we go. I got all 5 of them now. All right. So, yeah, it's 5 minutes, 42 seconds into the contest. The Cheetahs lead by 2 after the failed conversion attempt by Dobello, who took too long on the kick. That's a terrible kick by Bursey. It doesn't even get to the 22. Ball's bouncing around. Is it knocked on yet? I think it's finally knocked on by the Cheetahs. And lucky for the Griquas, they're going to get a scrum. Ooh. Man, that was a terrible exit kick. It went like 6 meters. You're going to wind up offsides on those things. 6 minutes in the contest now. 2 tries in the first 5 minutes. Wow. That was Ron Kruger who knocked it on. Six minutes, 20 seconds in the contest, folks. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Currie Cup action. Front row weights, 344 kg for the Cheetahs, 332 for the Griquas. Tight head weights, 549. Cheetahs, 537 for the Griquas. Pack weight total, 861. Cheetahs, 822 for the Griquas. That's kind of a light pack. Behind. Set, says A.J. Jacobs. And Thomas Bursey puts the ball in the pipe, but the Cheetahs get a little bit of a push. You better get out of there. He gets it out. He goes to the inside. He looked outside. There was nobody there. And the Griquas managed to get out past their 22. And here's Marco DeVitt with another big carry. And there's a penalty there for not rolling away. So the Griquas are going to pick up a penalty here and kick for distance. Oh, offside is the call. Not rolling away. So they never got onside. Cheetahs making mistakes early here. Do not give the Griquas oxygen here, or you'll watch your playoff season just fade away. It's been horrific past 5 games for the Cheetahs, folks. I mean, truly horrific. They have really, really screwed the pooch here. I mean, they just, oh my goodness. The Cheetahs have just really, really screwed things up here in the past 5 games. Their last 5 games have not gone well for them at all. They haven't. It's just, it's terrible. I mean, anyway, they've only won twice in the last 5 games. Tishis Kruger with the ball now, out to the 10-meter line from the rock. Oh, nice pass on the outside to Marco DeVitt. And he's just caught from behind, but the ball gets into DeBella's hand. He's inside the 22. He kicks it forward. The chase is on to the 2-meter line. Oh, my goodness. Did the Griquas get that in the corner? Did he get it? Did Andre Delport, the hooker, get down there? They signal try. Unbelievable. Can you believe it? The hooker. Wow. Looks like he's injured. Let's see the replay on that one. Man, this looks like the Bulls defense. Marco DeVic gets the line break. Offloads it from the ground to DeBella. DeBella cuts inside. He dumps the ball, kicks it forward. And it looks like it's going to go into touch, but it bounces up. It is. That's a good try. Wow, Delport gets a try for the... This is unbelievable, folks. Man, the Griquas are coming out on fire. Like a house on fire, folks. Wow. Dondre Delport with the try. DeBella misses the kick, and it's 10-7. Wow. 10-7. Man, that was incredible. Lobabella, boy, having a hard time today with his name. Lubabalo Dobela with that beautiful move there. And nice offload. 9:33. Clock is ticking. Just call time off. I'm not sure what the issue is. Oh, a player was coming back on the pitch. All right, here we go. Clock is ticking again. And Wenzel does the kick to the Griquas inside the 22. And Bursey kicks it to clear the zone. Is he going to find touch? He does. And that's a much better clearance kick, taking out past the 10-meter line. And the Griquas come charging up there, leading 10-7 the first 10 minutes of the contest. 3 tries already. Man, oh man, what a start. Why am I yawning, Dolph? Because I didn't get any sleep last night. I couldn't sleep last night. Burst the sack, hip was bothering me, and tossed and turned all night. Teens Fundavestoys, and now I support the Cheetahs. Next game's the Bulls. Okay. Dolph Ziegler tried to the Griquas, correct. All right, here we go. Line out for the Cheetahs from the midfield. That was a hell of a kick. And that comes down the hands of Gideon Fundameva. The Cheetahs into a maul, trying to roll that maul forward, and they're getting some territory here. The Griquas have had trouble of late with their maul defense, and the Cheetahs pull it out, and they bounces off Wenzel's. Oh, and then it goes knocked. That's the loss forward. Cheetahs lose it forward off the shoulder of Ethan Wenzel. Bad pass. And another mistake by the Cheetahs. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that pass was behind him. It bounced off his left shoulder. That was knocked on also by Casende. So you take your pick who knocked it on for the Cheetahs there. They came out like gangbusters that first try, but it's been a little bit discombobulated since then, folks. Big weekend this weekend and also next weekend in Currie Cup to see who gets those final 4 slots, the only 4 slots, into the semifinals. The Bulls in the top position at the moment with 36 points on the log. They play after this game, not at Loftus, but at Midpoint or something like that, a college between Joburg and Pretoria, because Loftus is busy with a concert. Mind? Set, says AJ Jacobs. Bursey puts it in. Everything's going right for the Griquas now. Can they keep it up? Bursey over to the middle. They come wide on the outside. Makata with his first carry. He avoids a tackle. Down inside of 22, still going. Cohen Jasper finally gets him, and it's knocked into touch. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So the Griquas were on the front foot again, but Makata couldn't quite get it placed, and it's going to be a Cheetahs ball if I'm not mistaken. Wow. Kula couldn't get him, but Cohen Jasper finally... Oh, it was kicked off of Griquas' foot. It came off of Zane Bester's foot. So it will be a Cheetahs line out inside their 22. Boy, just survived by the skin of their teeth are the Cheetahs at the moment. But they should come back here. Expect the Cheetahs to score a lot of points in this contest. They don't like those white jerseys, though. They're wearing white jerseys today, the road jerseys. Corne Fari throws it in. Now here's a clearance kick coming from Lita Nkula. He sends it into touch. Let's see where the mark is. Greek was dominating the game in possession territory and on the scoreboard. All coming up roses for the boys in Peacock Blue. Excuse me, folks. And Yaku just subscribed. Thank you for that. Midstream. Thank you, Hank. It's a high school grounds? That's right. South Africa, they misuse the term college. A college is not a high school. A college is at a university. Oh, and the Griquas have to go way back because the Cheetahs had a good contest on that line out, and they wound up losing 20 meters in the process. Griquas now back on their side of the pitch, but still retain possession. Bursey digs it out of the ruck. There's Janu Botha. Is he waiting for the ball? No, it doesn't go to him. And the Peacock hoops go forward. And don't release. Going to be a penalty against the Griquas. Not releasing the ball. That was pretty obvious. Took Jacobs a while. So the Cheetahs could score 3 points here, kicking this one if they want. What are they doing? They're going to go for the corner? Nope, they're going for the post. Yep. And that's the right decision because you have to win this game. So 3-point conversion will tie the game. Courtesy of missing those 2 conversions can tie it, even though the Griquas have scored 2 tries. It was Dylan Schlom who was the one who held on to that. Loudy Monday says, no ladies. Well, I listen. There's some ladies here. They're just being quiet. Chris Marie's a lady. Griquas always score early on. They lose their steam. They lose their steam before the second half this season. Come on, Cheetahs. You need to win to stay in contention. Exactly, Johan. Correct. And why are you yawning? I'm yawning because I got no sleep, Dolph. So, sorry. I work probably about 16 hours every day. And that looks like it's going to... Oh, did it go through? He got it just inside the right post. And it's 10-10. Good decision by Victor Sekiketi there. And that ties the game up. At 10 apiece. We are now 14 minutes, 40 seconds into the contest. And Kimberly. And there's some school kids up in the crowd. No, that's the university. Excuse me. It's the university, not high school. That ball is taken by Daniel Casendi at about 32 meters out on the restart. Ruck is formed Kruger to dig it out. He sends the ball. Cheetahs ruck is formed. Kruger digs it out. It was Aiden Davis, his first carry of the game. There's been no call to use it yet. That's surprising. Oh, it's charged down by the Griquas, and they've got it. And on the loose, is it Carl out? Who is it? Dylan Shablom. Bursey. Oh, they screwed this up. They screwed this up. They had the space. All Bursey had to do was run it in. Now they're back to the 7-meter line. Shame. The Griquas had a try, and they squandered it. Dylan Shablom couldn't. Oh, they lost it backwards. Picked up. But no, the Griquas still have it. Tertius Kruger. Oh, he's buried. He took a big hit there. Boy, sloppy play all over the place. Now we're outside of 22, but there is a penalty against the Cheetahs. There's a Griquas player down in a lot of pain here. Is it Dylan Shablom? I can't tell. He's inside of 22. The camera angles away from there now. Bursey kicks it forward. Here's a chase. But they were playing advantage, so it's going to stop there. No, it's Derek Pretorius who was down. But there was a penalty. I think the penalty's going to be for offside. My goodness. Nice charge down there by the Griquas. Dylan Shablom almost made that happen. And then he caught the ball on the fly at the 22. But he gets caught by Wenzel, who drags him down at the 4-meter line, and he offloads to Bursey, and Bursey just went sideways. But they will get a chance at the 5-meter line out now once they kick this for territory. Wow. My goodness. Boy, this game is really up to the ante here. So, it's going to be it was a knock-on, not a penalty. He signaled a penalty. So what's going on? Is it a penalty or is it a knock-on? Because nobody's moving. 16 minutes, 23 seconds into the contest. The clock is stopped. Not sure what's going on. The treatment out there for one of the Griquas players. Wow. Let's go back to what I was talking about earlier while we have a break in the action here for this injury timeout. The Cheetahs, in their last 5 games, they beat the Griffins 47-45 in Velcom. Barely won that game. They tied the Bulls at home. They beat Province 26-19 in an unimpressive performance in Cape Town. Then they lost to the Sharks 25-20 at home. And they lost to the Lions. The Griffins, excuse me. No, Lions. Lost to the Lions, yeah. Lost to the Lions 38-21. Yeah, so they've only won 2 of their last 5 games. And, of course, the Griquas have only won one of the last 5 games. That's where they defeated the Griffins. Okay, we're ready. Crouch. Bind. Set. Must have been a knock-on. So, but the Griquas still have the ball. It's a shame they can't get down. They're in the red zone, but they're not down at just right outside the try line where they were moments ago. And Mikado on the outside, but he's going to get out of space. He's got help. Griquas down to 5 meters, still driving forward. Tertius Krieger with the ball. He's tackled. Over to the center they come. 5 meters out now are the Griquas. Bursey. Marco DeVitt does the dummy, but he's met immediately by Cohen Jasper, and the tackle's made. So the Griquas have to come up with something. Yanu Bota with his first carry of the game, but he lost it forward. Oh, my goodness. Cheetah's defense stops them. Yanu Bota, coming up saying, yeah, you're right, buddy. Ruined a great opportunity to take a lead there. Got to hold on to the ball. Shame. And then the final game of the weekend, I mentioned the Sharks and Griffins tomorrow. Sunday, it's Province of the Pumas. Don't forget, we've got the Springboks here on the program tomorrow against the All Blacks. That should be an exciting game. They better not take their foot off the pedal. The Springboks need to run away with this one. That's what needs to happen tomorrow. We will see if that's the case. Hopefully it is. Really looking forward to it. All right, just taking a quick look here at the men's rankings. Why does it let me see all the rankings? What the hell's going on here? Expanded rankings. There we go. That's what I want. Uh-oh. Dondre Delport is out. Gustave Durant comes into the game early as Dondre Delport, the try scorer, goes out at 17:39. Early substitution for the Griquas here after Delport is injured. And as I said, when he scored that try, he was grabbing his rib cage. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did, 5 or 6 minutes. But in the men's rankings, South Africa is number 1 in the world, just ahead of Ireland, followed by New Zealand, who's in 3rd, France, England, Argentina, Scotland, Italy, Australia, and Fiji, rounding out the top 10 of World Rugby rankings. Cheetahs now with a scrum. Krieger puts it in, digs it out of the back. There's a clearance kick coming. Oh, Wenzel dances around. He had to because he was nearly chased down. That's not a very good kick. Came off the side of his boot and goes out 23 meters away. So the Griquas was still in good position here because Wenzel couldn't get a good kick on that after the pressure came. Nearly charged down there. Griquas was doing a good job putting pressure on those kicks from the rucks. Gustave Durant with his first line out for the Griquas just coming into the game. Line out successful. They come away with it. Tabo Ndamande picks up about 8 or 9 meters inside the 22. Pass it over to Marco DeVitt again. Carl Els dances back inside, runs right into the Cheetahs. Cheetahs defense is stout, but giving up a little bit of territory. Over towards the center. Bursey digs it out of the ruck. He looks left. He goes right. Offloads that ball. Uh-oh. Did the Cheetahs steal this? No, it's still available. Looked like it might have been stolen. Griquas now with the ball. Bursey. No, it's Carl Els. Picks it up and goes. He drives forward. Huge push. Kind of a maul going forward for the Griquas. They pick up several more meters. And now they're just outside the 5-meter line, about 7 meters away. It was a nice carry there. Boy, if you get another one like that, they'd score. That was brilliant. Guys kind of formed like a maul right there and made it happen. And Demande now with the carry. The Griquas was still trying to get down there. This is their 3rd trip now inside the 22. They've got no points the last 2. And we got a penalty here for not rolling away against Andre Rudolph. So Rudolph just lying on the ground there, but he's not alone. Victor Sekikete is also lying on the ground, so take your pick. All right, so Dobello will kick into the corner. It'll be a 5-meter line out now. The Griquas have a chance to get that maul working, or are they going to tap and go? They're going to tap and go. No line out. Whoa. Tap and go. Carl Els. He backs off, and it is Bursey. And Gustave Durant is lifted up into the air, tackled at the 5-meter line. Griquas to Bursey. Oh, nice charge through there. Nearly broke through. Just stopped by Munia Hatzenberg. Comes up with a big tackle to save a try for the Cheetahs. They go wide. Dobella kicks it forward. Chases on. And he got it. Did he get it? No way! Unbelievable! Lubabalo Dobello with an incredible kick through there, and then he ran through Cheetahs to get to it. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Griquas fans are ecstatic. Lubabalo Dobello, his 4th Currie Cup try. That was absolutely brilliant. A thing of beauty. Let's see the replay. Here it comes. Dobello gets that thing out about 15 meters, chips it over the top, goes through 4 Cheetahs to get there. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Robert Hunt, Nkula, and Gideon Fandemeva all let him run right by him. He ran through them like they were butter. And the Griquas are on the board again. Wow. But they can't seem to score a conversion. Can you believe it? All right, so here's his kick. He's got 6 seconds left on it. He's already missed one for time. That's not going to get there, or is it? He got it. Wow, I curved back. 17-10. Wow. Oh, man, oh, man. Every time I don't pick the Griquas, they screw me over. Wow. Well done. 21 minutes now. First 20 minutes won by the Griquas here. Kids up in the stands and dancing around a little bit up there. Here's the restart. Wenzel. We're saying this over and over again. 3 tries now for the Griquas. They could get a bonus point out of this one more try. Kruger trying to get up to the 22. He's tackled short of it. Ball's available. Bursey. They're going to go through some phases, but Sekikete's there for the tackle. With Zito, not Sekikete. Oh, that's charged down, and it bounces right into the arms of Marco DeVitt. Lucky break for the Griquas. Bursey needs to work on this clearance kick. That was charged down. And that ball's cleared. Kick is made by Dobello, and the Cheetahs bring it into play. Here comes Kasende. No, it's not Kasende. It's Nkulu. Guys, cameras are so far away, I can't see the players or their numbers from a distance. Ron Kruger to Wenzel. Wenzel. There's Munia Hatzenberg with a carry down to about the Griquas 45-meter line. Back to midfield we come. Aiden Davis now once again with the ball. Wenzel, they go wide. Zito gets it to Kasende. Kasende kicks it forward. The chase is on by Gideon Fandemeva. Oh, he couldn't quite get there. Oh, he would have had a try if he would have been able to scoop it up. And the ball just dropped a little too low on the bounce. He couldn't get his hands on it. And the Griquas come away with the ball. Inside their 22. They nearly squandered that. Cheetahs had an awesome opportunity right there, and it didn't go well. Scrum. So what's the call here? Not sure what the call was there. Clock is stopped as Gideon Fandemeva gets some treatment. Apparently it's pretty chilly there in Kimberly, folks. How we doing, folks? Hit the like button if you don't mind. If you're not a subscriber, please become a subscriber. We lost a subscriber today. Feelings were hurt by that. We've gotten it back. Oh, with the knock-on was Gideon Fandemeva. Okay, so we're going to come back for that. "23 minutes, 33 seconds into the contest. The clock is stopped." All right, let's go. Get the water off. Let's go, folks. Suzuki Stadium in Kimberly. Big sponsorship deal for the Griquas. Getting a little bit of much-needed cash infusion for the club. They're just now announcing, oh, Delport is back. Delport is back. Durant goes out of the game. Maybe it was a HIA. Okay, so he's back. Fine. Set. So Donder Delport back in there now for the Griquas. Griquas with a scrum, and Bursey digs it out, sends it over to the middle. Krieger. Dobella goes wide to Makata. Makata over the 22, still driving through Munia Hatzenberg, still going. Still going. Going through Cheetahs like they're little pups out there. Little cubs. Dobella kicks it down to the 22, and Cohen Jasper over his shoulder catches that just at the 22, and he launches the ball, box kick high into the air, and it goes straight into touch. So we're going to come back, and the Griquas come out in front again. Another unforced error by the Cheetahs. Cheetahs making lots of unforced errors. It's a hard knock life. Here's the kick. So Chris Marine must have been joining us for just a break there at work. Cohen Jasper very frustrated by what he just did there. But that puts the Griquas back on the Cheetah side of the pitch again. Here's a line out, and it's Delport who's back in the game. Let's see if that was a rib injury or what, because doing a line out, throwing the ball in like this with a rib injury can be quite painful. Let's see how it goes. Didn't seem to affect the line out. They're into a maul. The Griquas. They have an advantage for side entry by Skulk Ferreira. So the Griquas now playing penalty advantage, but they're going forward. Still going forward. Dobello's going to kick it because he's got advantage. He's going to, he got blocked trying to chase it down. So Skulk Ferreira with the side entry. 75% possession this far into the game. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Ooh, the Griquas is going to kick for the corner now. They're not going to take the points on offer. Yeah, no, Scoffer clearly came inside of that maul. He was warned, but he didn't do it. Here we go. Delport now with a line out. 26 minutes, 21 seconds into the contest. Very windy out there, folks. This is from 6 meters away. Line out successful to Derek Pretorius. And it's going nowhere, folks. They're going to have to break off and go inside. The maul's going nowhere. Come on, get the ball out of there. Get the ball out. Griquas are going to turn it over if they don't get it out of there. And they just turned it over. Oh, my gosh. Good Lord. Oh. So that Cheetahs defense held again down there. And Griquas need to dig their head out of their backside. You can't be screwing around like that. Ugh. Jandre Rudolph pinched that ball. So, 27 minutes now. It'll be a Cheetahs scrum deep in their own half. That's got to be disheartening to win that penalty, get down there, have the ball, and then turn it over like that. Bind. Set. Players having a hard time digging in out there. Their boots are sliding all over the place, and it collapses. Can see the turf giving way. There's barely any grass at all out there. Very thin layer. Going to reset it. 27 minutes into the contest. 71 people here. Looks like the Cheetahs aren't really interested at the moment. They really need to bring Ruan Pinar into the coaching team. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I'm disappointed that Ruan Pinar is not playing anymore. I guarantee if Ruan Pinar was in this team this season, they wouldn't have had a tie with the Bulls, and they wouldn't have lost the last two games. Guarantee it. 28 minutes, 20 seconds now. 17-10. Griquas at home, dominating the Cheetahs, although on the scoreboard it's only a 7-point differential right now. Crouch. Bind. Set. Cheetahs run Kruger to put it into the scrum. He does. From 8 meters away. It's brought out of the back by Jandre Rudolph, who charges down the pitch, but driven into touch. Boy, A.J. Jakobs overruling the side judge. You didn't even ask him if he was in touch. And he says Cheetah's ball touched by a Griquas player. It looked like Jandre Rudolph was in touch. So let's see if he was or wasn't. Here's the replay. Looking for that boot. I don't have a good angle here on the. No, I can't. That's a crappy camera angle. Looked to me like he was in touch. but it's going to be the Cheetahs ball. Line out. Cheetahs got 4 handling errors already, just 30 minutes into the contest. So this, I'll just say this right now. This stolen by the Griquas from the line out. Bercy has it over the middle. Marco DeVitt to Carl Elves. Elves loses it backwards to Bercy, but it's going to be a knock on. Ugh. Oh, that Cheetahs defense causing that turnover. Ball got popped up in the air. Carl Elves tried to release it. Boy, Marco DeVitt has really been huge in this game. Yeah, definitely a knock on there. But this is not going to get done for the Cheetahs. They will not win in the playoffs like this. Cheetahs have had to make 56 tackles. The Griquas only had to make 10 tackles 30 minutes in. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Wow, 10 tackles at 30 minutes. That's insane. 56 Cheetahs. Set. Up. Early engagement by the Griquas. Now they're messing up. The Griquas were inches away from scoring, and now the Cheetahs all the way up almost to midfield here after a few mistakes. Cheetahs. Wenzel goes wide. Tunkulo. He kicks it forward, and it's picked up over there by the Griquas. Bester got it. Now he hands off. Dylan Mott now with the carry. They're still driving forward. The Griquas are driving. It's like a mall. They picked up 15, 17, 18 meters. And now they're tackled, but use it or lose it, he said. I mean, use it or lose it. It was a maul. It was rolling forward. That's kind of premature, IJ Jacobs. So the ball's turned back over to the Cheetahs. Dylan Mard had a nice carry. Carried 3 Cheetahs with him. He still went forward several meters. Interesting part here is that, was he tackled or not? So Yanu Bota getting a little ice treatment on his back right now, or cream. Someone else's day. Let's see if I can get someone to laugh. I got nailed, pushed, and pumped before I got home. Okay, Hester's telling jokes. All right, clock is stopped at 31 minutes here as we get treatment, and there must be about maybe 1,000 people, 600, 700, maybe 800 people. It's probably say 600. Oh, there's the full look. Yeah, it's probably 800. A lot of time delays here in this first half. Don't forget tomorrow, folks, it's the Springboks hosting the All Blacks at Ellis Park in Joburg. Argentina is hosting Australia, and that's in La Plata. Won't be covering that one, though. "31 minutes, 8 o'clock has restarted now. Excuse me, I'm pulling faces again. Crouch. Bind. Set. Wenzel kicks it over the top. It chases on. How will it bounce? Makata knocks it back. Connor Mahoney picks it up. Dylan Mart now with the ball. He's tackled. And the Cheetahs are not releasing the tackle here, but no penalty called. Bercy is told to use it. Dabo Ndamande with the carry for the Griquas. They're outside their 22. They've had most possession. They've had a lot of territory in this game, but only a 7-point lead. From that standpoint, it's a victory for the Cheetahs, given how poorly they've played. Wenzel does a nice job coming down with that as Makata gives a serious challenge for the ball up at midfield. Kruger to dig it out at midfield. Over to the center it goes. Aiden Davis with a carry over midfield. Yanu Bota with a tackle. What's the problem? He blew the whistle on Shlom. So he didn't roll away quickly enough, apparently, is the call. And that's going to put the Cheetahs on the front foot now as we get closer to halftime. Let's see this replay. Oh, that is a soft penalty. I mean, he was already gone before the whistle even blew, and you're calling him for not rolling away. That is a soft penalty. And Yano Bota's getting treatment again. Down getting treatment again. Oh, my goodness. All right. If Argentina wins tomorrow, that would make them 2 out of 3, and Australia 0 for 3. I can live with that. But it works to our advantage if the Australians actually win tomorrow. So, Yano Bota goes out, and Sibo Dlamini comes in to replace him. So Dlamini comes in at 33 minutes. Ball bounced up in the air, but the Griquas somehow, they come away with the Cheetahs line out. Cheetahs screw the pooch here again. Just at the 5-meter line, Bursey gets a kick. This is one of his better kicks. That's going to find touch. Where's the mark? Oh, it's going to be generous. Bursey, where did he get it out to? Much better performance by Thomas Bursey there. Ball's going to go out to the 38-meter line. Pretty good from the 5-meter line. Picked up good 33 meters on a box kick. That's nice. Cheetah's line out now from 10 meters instead of 5 meters. Or, 10-meter line, 40 meters away. Hirdian Findemeva sends the ball over to Majima. Majima's tackled in the middle of the pitch. Here come the Cheetahs. Zito with the carry now. Zito's tackled over there. Kruger going to come back to the inside. Munia Hotzenberg does the dummy but loses his footing, but he's still going. Hotzenberg picks up about 8 or 10 meters. Pick and go by Jean-Andre Rudolph. Rudolph down to the 24-meter line. Kruger goes to the outside. Victor Sekiketa, the captain, is caught over there, but Dylan Schablom. Schablom tackles him. The Cheetahs now go far wide with Wenzel and Kulu. Kulu kicks it straight into touch. What was that? Oh, my goodness. What is with the Cheetahs and their unforced errors? This is just a mess. Well, I'll tell you what, there'll be a tongue lashing at halftime. Time off. Oh, we got a Cheetahs player down. Who is that? Can't see who that is. Jean-Andre Rudolph, who's down in the middle of the pitch. Crazy. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. Cheetahs are not getting it done. This is not going to get done to playoffs. Hey, we've got the Rugby Championship coming up tomorrow, and it's the Springboks hosting the All Blacks. That'll be right here on Rugby Ascendant. So feel free to join us for that if you'd like. We'd love to have you join us. It'll be exciting. We always have a good time when the Springboks are here, especially if they win. But we look forward to that tomorrow. And then we also have the Pumas hosting the Wallabies, so that should be interesting as well. Anyway, if you want to hang around for the big matchup today, which is next, that's the marquee matchup of the weekend. That's the Bulls hosting the Lions. That is coming up after this, and you're going to be automatically redirected to that. I've just ensured that's the case. You don't have to even change your browser. Same bat channel, not the same bat time, a little bit later. But you can join us for that coming up after this. So looking forward to that, folks. Sean says, I grew up in Kimberley, watched the Griquas win the Currie Cup against Transvaal in 1970. Had 4 Springboks. Can anyone remember them? Well, I remember the 1970 Griquas, but I don't remember any of the players. That's for darn sure. That's the last time they won it. And a line-out successful, messy, but somehow the Griquas have come away with it. Don't know how they did that. Very sloppy. They're outside their 22 with the ball. Bursey digs it out. Schablom with the carry. Ruck is reformed. Cheetah's being told to stay on side. Bursey is told to use it. Now use it. He digs it out. Sekiketa nearly chases it down. This is not a great kick. That ball is knocked on and then picked up by the Griquas, but they're on that touch line. They released it, and Demanda released it. And the Griquas somehow retained possession outside their 10-meter line. Bursey, Splom, Dobella. Dobella kicks it down the pitch. Is there anybody there? Did he find space? Oh, what a bounce. Oh, tough bounce. It went right to Nkula. And wow, so the Cheetahs come away with it, but Makata was there. It just bounced away from him. It could have been a try if it just bounced in his arms because there was no defender behind. So Dlamini with a big tackle here for the Griquas. Cheetahs still with the ball. Kruger. We got a penalty and tap and go. Kruger nearly gets away. He's chased down by Bursey. And then Cordeferri with the carry now. The Cheetahs have got some numbers on the outside here, but the Griquas defense gets here. And Kula with the carry. Down inside to about 30 meters on the Griquas side of the pitch. Ball's available. Ooh, hands went in there, but no penalty. Wenzel gets hit hard. The ball gets sent backwards. It bounces past midfield, back almost to 10-meter line. Munir Hatzenberg with the ball now, but do we have a whistle? No. Players just standing around. Here's Cohen Jasper on the near side. There was an advantage, but it's over. And they kick it into touch, Cohen Jasper. So it's going to be Griquas' ball after all that, with just 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. I've only been able to wave this 0 times because we weren't sure when the Cheetahs even scored those 2 times. All right. Coming down to the final 3 minutes of the first half. Cohen Jasper is having another poor game. Last week I called him out for a poor game. Boy, and Kula did a great job a few moments ago picking that ball up off the turf when it bounced his direction. He had to go for it, but Makata, it bounced away from him as he was going forward. Griquas line out from their own 36-meter line. They made 358 meters to 91. Once. Bursey kicks it over the top. Cohen Jasper goes in the air. He gets it. And there's a knock-on? Wow. Griquas are getting it done in the first half. So Cohen Jasper, knocked it off his thigh. Boy, Mikado is right up in his face. Threw him off. Wow. Here's the restart. Fine. Set. Bursey puts it in there. The ball is getting all over the place. Oh, and the Griquas penalty for wheeling the scrum. They wheeled the scrum. The Cheetahs call for penalty. This one here, a minute and a half. You're going to kick for the post? You get a 10-point lead, or are you going to go for the corner? They're going to go for the post. Dobella wants to go for the post. Yep, they're going for the post. Good decision. Wow. Untimely penalty by the... This is not an easy kick with the wind blowing. Although it looks like it's died down. I don't see anything. None of the trees are shifting in the background now. Can't see any flags anywhere. 39 minutes in the contest. Lubabala Dobela. 39-14 now. End of the month, folks. End of August. Sorry, 8 months of the year gone. Wow. Dobella's kick. That's not even going to be remotely close. Good Lord. Shanked it 10 meters to the left. Oh, that's a shame for the Griquas. Griquas have been dominating this game, but not on the scoreboard at this stage. Could easily be 21-10 if they just made those conversions. So by the time Wenzel kicks this, we'll be over the hooter. It's 39-56. There's the hooter.
Ethan Wenzel goes.
And the Griquas just going to kick it in a touch. All right, that's the halftime. 17-10. Boy, the Cheetahs are going to get a tongue lashing at halftime. I'm pretty sure of that. My goodness. What a first half by the Griquas. Thoroughly dominated this game. I mean, some stats I called up as we went through the first half. When we get the halftime stats shared with us by the broadcaster, I'll let you know, but just a few that jumped out right away. Let me get something real quick here, folks. But a few stats. At the 37-minute mark, the Griquas had gained 358 meters to just 91 for the Cheetahs. Basically no offensive action whatsoever. At 30 minutes into the game, the Cheetahs had made 56 tackles, but only 10 by the Griquas, which means they weren't being challenged. And at the 25-minute mark, they had 75% possession versus 25% for the Cheetahs. Wow, what a disastrous first half for the Cheetahs in Kimberley. Man, oh man, that's not going to get it done, folks. Not against the Lions, not against the Bulls, and not even against the Sharks at this stage. They're going to find themselves, if they get in the playoffs, bounced out pretty quickly. Kind of sad. All right, we go to halftime now. Next game is coming up in a little over an hour, so we've got half to go in this one. So other action this weekend, as I said, we've got next after this, we've got the Bulls versus the Lions. And the Bulls are undefeated this season. The only blemish on their record is a 34-34 draw, which they got with a penalty kick over midfield late in the game by Bote Chamberlain, if I recall correctly, in a 34-34 draw in Bloemfontein. The Lions lost to the Sharks 35-22 in a very poor performance. However, since then, they've been rolling. They beat the Griquas 36-28. They beat the Pumas 55-12. They spanked Province 41-22. And they just beat the Cheetahs 38-21 in Bloemfontein. So they won 4 of the last 5 games. And that only loss that they have is that loss to the Sharks. Otherwise, it'd be 2 undefeated teams at this stage. It is, wow, something else. Exciting stuff there. Exciting times for Currie Cup. Yep, they have gotten it done this season, to say the least. There's a second here. Something's missing on me there. Where'd it go? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so the Lions with just a single loss, and that was the one to the Sharks. And the Sharks are now in second place. And the Sharks kind of turned their season around. They were no wins and 3 losses. Then they won a draw. Then they win a draw. They got a draw. And since then, they've won 4 straight games. Wow, Sharks are just, man, let's talk more about that as well, about these other teams coming up in the other games on the season. So then we've got Sharks versus Griffins, and the Sharks have won 4 of their last 5 games. The only one that wasn't was a draw with the Pumas, 44-44 in Nelsbred. But they start off beating the Lions 35-22. Then that draw. Then they beat Griquas 40-21. Then they beat the Cheetahs at home 25-20 in a hell of a game. It just went back and forth, and they won this late in the game. Very sloppy defense from the Cheetahs, which may cost them the playoffs, that stupid play. And then they beat Province on the road in Cape Town 31-23. So a little less convincing than the Lions' performance or the Bulls, but still convincing. And, of course, the Griffins have yet to win this season or achieve a draw. And finally, on Sunday, it's Province hosting the Pumas. It's a must-win for the Pumas, who squandered 2 games badly in this past 5. Province only won a single game, and that was against the Griffins, 39-17 at home. But they have lost 2 games at home. They've lost to the Cheetahs, 26-19, and they just lost to the Sharks, 31-23 this past week. So not a very good performance by the Province side, which is testing debutantes and teenagers out there on the pitch. For the Pumas, who are desperate to get back in the playoffs again, they beat the Griquas 66-26 convincing fashion, drew even with the Sharks in a game they should have won, 44-44. Then they lost badly to the Lions, 55-12, lost badly to the Bulls, 40-24 at home. And then they beat the Griffins 45-26. So that's how their season has gone so far. 3 tries by the Griquas in the first half, 1 by the Cheetahs, and it's 17-10, 2 missed conversions. Difference in the game, missed penalty kick there late in the first half, which would have given them, so that's 7 points left on the pitch by the Griquas at this point. Could easily be 24-10 at this stage. Yep. The Cheetahs got things started early. Ball came right out the gate, and Daniel Casendi ran down that sideline and got himself a try in what was questioned whether it was in touch or not. But it's a try. So that's what got the scoring started. Within the first 5 minutes, we had 2 tries. In the first 15 minutes, we had 3 tries. And now we've had 4 tries. The Griquas was just a try away from a bonus point, but that's not going to help them. The Cheetahs absolutely have to win this game, and they need a bonus point victory. And they're nowhere near that. They need 3 tries in the second half to get a bonus point, and they are not even close to that performance at this stage. There's going to be a serious ass ripping going on right now in the locker room for the Cheetahs up in Kimberley. You make the trip up there. Well, to be fair, it's not that far from Bloemfontein to Kimberley. It's still a long drive, but not that far. Frederick says, no way the Bulls will lose. Dude, are you keeping track of the fact that they're losing players to the URC? So we'll see if they lose. I've called this one for the Lions. I usually would pick the Bulls, but I've called the Lions in my Super Brew. At least that's my recollection. Let me look at my Super Brew real quick and see if I'm telling you the truth here. Super Brew. I don't do well in Super Brew Currie Cup because I always vote with my head, not my heart. With my heart, not my head. Got that backwards. Let's see how I did in the New Zealand crap. Okay, so Wednesday, I got that one right. I picked Hawke's Bay by 7 over Canterbury. They won by 6. Brilliant. I did pick Northland to win, but they lost 31-26. And I've got the Cheetahs by 11 in this game, and right now it's going the wrong direction there. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right. So what else have I got called here? Today I've got the Bulls. I got the Lions by 7 in that one. And in the Bunnings in New Zealand, I've got North Harbour by 5 and Taranaki by 5. Yep. And tomorrow, a bunch of games going on. I picked Argentina by 7 over Australia tomorrow. Watch them let me down. Yep. I picked the Pumas by 5 on Sunday over Province. So once finally going with my head, not my heart there. Normally I would have picked the Bulls and the Province side to win, but those aren't the smart money decisions. It's actually very different there. So very quiet up there in Kimberley as people get ready to come out for the second half here. We'll see what happens. But the big one's coming up. But Frederick says, no way the Bulls lose. F. Becker says, think they're going to lose their first today. It's a very real chance of that. They're not at home, folks. As Hank said earlier, they're playing at, what is that stadium? What is that stadium? Midspan? Something like that. Anyway, yeah, they're playing between Pretoria and Joburg. So, massive crowd for that. That would be awesome. Be a really great to see a big crowd show up for that. Yeah. So we had about 1,000 people tune in during the first half. Thank you to all the people who showed up in the first half, and for those who hung around during the halftime. I appreciate that, and hopefully we'll get about 1,500 more in the second half. See how that goes. But we're really hoping for a big crowd for the Bulls game. 2 games this weekend. I'm expecting big crowds. One, a big crowd, and the other one, hopefully a massive crowd. The big crowd for the Bulls and Lions, and then hopefully tomorrow a massive crowd for the Springboks. I'm competing with bigger channels that have a lot of more recognition and long established, and some of them have some big money behind them, which gives them the ability to, get data feeds and stuff like that. I can't figure out how to get the data feed. I'd consider paying for it if I get the data feed, but don't even know how to get that sort of stuff. It's an amateur operation from that standpoint. Anyway, in the women's world rankings, England is number 1 by a wide margin, by over 7 points. New Zealand is number 2. Canada is number 3. France, Australia, Scotland, USA comes in ranked 7th for the women's 15s. Then Wales, Italy, and Ireland. Let's take a full table here. All right, I want to see on the men's, USA is, where am I? Goodness, we're down to 19th now. That's horrific. Romania is just behind us. Of course, they beat us recently. Spain is ahead of the USA now, as is Uruguay, Tonga, Portugal. Portugal has really risen up the ranks. They're just 15th in the world now. Japan has dropped to 14. They've had some abysmal performances. Samoa, which hasn't done much of anything lately, is at 13. Georgia at 12. Wales out of the top 10 at number 11. Yeah, they're also atrocious. Switzerland is at number 26 for World Rugby. Look at that. Hong Kong, China. It's Hong Kong. Is ranked 23rd. Chile, 22. That's a World Cup team. Namibia, 25. Let me go all the way down to the bottom. Let's see who is last on here. Look at the bottom. It's like, for the women, there are only 66 ranked teams. However, for the men, there are 113 unions. American Samoa is last. Vanuatu, Greece, Monaco, working way up. I've been there. I got a rugby thing from Monaco for the Monaco rugby side. Indonesia, Cameroon, Solomon Islands, Norway. Eswatini's rugby team comes in 105th. Bosnia Herzegovina comes in at 102. St. Lucia, which is the country that just won Olympic medals, got their first ever Olympic medal, got a gold one from their sprinter, and then she got another medal after, I think it's silver. They're at 100 in rugby. Rwanda at 99. Laos has a team at 96. Wow. Iran, 96, tie with them. Mauritius, 94. So let's jump up a little bit here. Botswana, the Vultures are ranked 76th in the world. Nigeria is 69. Madagascar, ranked 44th in the world. All right, so we're getting close to getting the stats here for the first half. Let's see if they feed those up to us now. And so we will be getting back to the second half here shortly, but the Cheetahs really got a lot of work to do. If they're going to win this, they're going to get a bonus point. If they don't get a bonus point, they're going to hurt themselves badly with the Pumas coming up tomorrow's game. Or Sunday's game, excuse me. Still waiting for the stats. They're not showing up. Griquas having a good first half here. Great performance by Lobobala Dubela, who's done a really good job out there. They have had massive territorial advantage. They've had massive possession advantage. They've had a big advantage in defense. Unfortunately for them, they've had a few trips inside the 22 that resulted in nothing when they needed points. And that's unfortunate. That has hurt them. Otherwise, this game would be run away. Making the conversions was a challenge because they went, somebody's little daughter is crying in the stand. She's not happy with some decision that was made. So she resorts to tears. What about the clock in the background? What's your question, Tony? What about it? What is your question? I can't read your mind. What is your question? That is a clock in the background. That's correct. What is your question? What does it indicate? Is that what your question is? I'll presume. I'll play Senior von Rensburg and, Karnak the Magnificent. And here they come back out in the pitch for the second half. And guess what you're asking? You're asking what it says. It says the time, 10:03 a.m., the temperature, 22 degrees Celsius, the date, 8:30, and the day of the week, Friday, in white on the left-hand side. I'm based in the United States if you haven't caught on to that, but thank you for being here. Okay, here we go. Restart. Dobello will kick this ball off to the Cheetahs. And we're underway in the second half from Kimberly. Ball goes deep inside the 22, taken down there by Nkula. Oh, Jean-Andre Rudolph. Oh, he runs it into Ndamani. Ndamani sends him backwards, but then they surge forward. Cheetahs have the ball outside their 22. Jean-Andre Rudolph, man, he ran into a wall there. Bursey tries to run down. Oh, here come the Cheetahs. On the outside, Kasende's dancing. His dreadlocks bouncing around in the air. In the shadows, hard to see what's going on here. Kruger back to the center. And Dylan Splom with another nice tackle there for the Griquas. He's had a nice game. Cheetahs are going to have to be much more energetic in the second half and have some offense. They've had no offense of any note here. Ball's kicked over the top. Kasende gives a good chase. But Carl Ells catches that on the fly. Good job on the high ball. He's tackled in midfield by Jean-Andre Rudolph. Bursey to Dobella. And Dobella kicks it down the pitch. It's going to be caught and then knocked down by Kasende. He finally picks it up down Kasende inside his 22. Nkula offloads it to Kasende. A tackle missed by Derek Pretorius. Ball stripped loose. And it's going to be a knock on. Oh, Kasende loses the ball forward, and the Griquas will get a scrum deep in Cheetahs territory. Wow, Kasende's 44 Currie Cup appearances thus far. Well, we're in the second half. Did I answer your question, Tony? Oh, you thought I lived in South Africa? No, brother, I don't live in South Africa. I live in Pennsylvania. I come to South Africa frequently. I'm there every 6 months or so. In fact, people were asking me to come back now, and I'd like to come back in late September, but I don't know if I have the resources to do that. to cover the women's rugby, the women's 15 tournament, which is down there. Love to come there for that. The other one I like to go is in Vancouver, but things would be a lot better if I come to South Africa than going to Vancouver. Canada's become a terrible place to go. And there's a penalty against the Cheetahs for collapsing. They're going to take the points right in front of the post. Will the Griquas take the points? I'd recommend you take the points. You want to win the game. This is right in front of the post. As Hunt went down. And they're going to take it, kick for the post. Yep. Straight down. Robert Hunt. Yep. That's right in front of the post. It'll be up to Lubabalo Dobela to convert this one. Good scrum by the Griquas there. Skalk Ferreira also went straight down looking at the replay. Could have called it either Hunt or Ferreira there. Here's the kick. Straight on. See if he makes this. Yep. And it's going to be a 20-10 lead. And the Griquas draw first blood in the second half as we come out. All right. Well, people loving this in Kimberley. Don't forget, folks, up after this, it's the Bulls in the Highveld taking on the Lions. Got a substitution coming in for the Cheetahs now. Vernon Paulo comes in for Cornet Furry. Skalk Ferreira is off, and Henkes van Wyk is in for him. Here's the restart by the Cheetahs. Wenzel sends it inside the 22, taken by Marco de Witt to Bursey. Bursey gives a clearance kick, and that ball, what a kick. Where's the mark going to be? Oh man, did it get to midfield? Thomas Bursey from inside his 22 puts it past midfield. Good clearance kick by the Griquas there. Things are going well for the Griquas at the moment. So the Cheetahs will have a line out from their side of the pitch 47 meters away from their own try line. Almost at midfield. And Andre says it's the Bulls Currie Cup team versus the Lions URC team. Well, perhaps, but the result is what matters. Henkes van Wyk comes over with instructions for Vernon Paulo on his first lineup. It goes deep and overthrown, and who's going to get it? Oh, Mark. Oh, who got the Griquas come away with it. Poor line out there by the Cheetahs, and that ball's kicked down the pitch. Going to go inside the 22. 50-22 by Thomas Bursey. Oh, they're going to say it was taken back. Was it a 50-20? I didn't see it taken back. We're going to go back and see. Let's go back and look at it. We can't tell from that angle. $50-22. They haven't. No, it's not taken back. That's a nice kick by Bursey. That's brilliant. The Griquas are really running this game well. So they're saying it was taken back. So the Cheetahs line out. And Wenzel, clearance kick. Ball is going to find touch up into the stands. So it's going to be the Griquas ball. That's a shame. That sure looked like a 50-22 to me. And they didn't go back and look at TMO. 45 minutes now into the contest. Nah, Tony, I live in Pennsylvania. This is the last assignment I had in the Army. I was sent to be the professor who taught African studies at the U.S. Army War College and national security strategy, geopolitics, macroeconomics, and retired from there. Line out successful for the Griquas. Over the middle, Dobela. Oh, big hit there. Nice tackle there by Ali Majima. But the Griquas still have the ball going forward. And the Griquas are in the... Well, the Cheetahs is lying on the ground. Dobela. Oh, Connor Mahoney gets loose down the sideline. Here come the Griquas. Down to the 22. My goodness. But then they get stopped there. Griquas now come back to the 10-meter line. Wow. And Demande, instead of going wide, goes right into the teeth of the Cheetahs defense. Wow. Jean-Andre Rudolph there. Tertius Kruger, that ball's knocked on. That should be a penalty there. I'm getting a card. Yep, yellow card. I agree. Yep, number 10, yellow card.
Cards for the number 10 for the Cheetahs. Ethan
Wenzel gets another yellow card, second game in a row. Wow. Yellow card, Ethan Wenzel. 2 games in a row. Same reason, reaching for the ball. So Bursey kicks it to the corner. Wow. And a substitution coming in for the Cheetahs. Frito Olafia will come into the game. Don't know who's going to come in for. Is it going to be Sakakete or Zito? Probably Zito, be my guess. It is Zito, yep. Frito Olafia now in the game for the Cheetahs, who are desperation mode here now, trailing by 10 points. Forget the bonus point. They are not even going to get a victory at this stage. 9 minutes, 54 seconds on that yellow card to Ethan Wenzel. Here is the line out for the Griquas. Good possession here, and they keep the Cheetahs under pressure. They go deep, and they overthrow it, and it's kicked forward. Was it knocked on? AJ Jacobs telling the players there's no way on this field to get away from that ball because the way it bounces, the ball hit him. So that was funny. Jacobs, it hit his leg. That's why. AJ Jacobs' leg, the official. That's why I blew the whistle. All right, so we got a scrum here based on a knock-on from the line-out. So Delport overthrew that for the Griquas in that line out. Griquas now 48 minutes in the contest, and they still have shown us nothing, the Cheetahs. Cheetahs showing us nothing here. It's all Griquas so far. Behind. Oh, that thing just collapsed. Going to reset the thing. Wow, that's one of the few times the official puts a mark on the pitch, you can actually see the mark because it goes right through the dirt. That's pretty good. AJ Jacobs puts a mark out there. You can see the mark. Usually the official kind of stomps on the ground and says, this is the mark. You're like, where? Can't see anything. All right. Another reset scrum. Bind. Set. Krieger to put it in for the Cheetahs. Scrum is holding up. Now they drive forward. They're going to win a penalty. And they've won a penalty against the Griquas for wheeling the scrum. So, Nkula is going to kick this ball. Now 49 minutes in the contest. Cheetahs still showing us nothing here. They need to get some sense of urgency here. Where does that ball go? I can't even see it. In the shadows. Looks like it got almost to midfield based on the mark. About a 47-meter mark, just short of midfield. Yeah. Cheetahs really dominated that scrum. All right, Cheetahs line out. Almost at midfield. They go to Sikakete. Krieger over to the center. Oh, there's a line break by Daniel Cassendes on the loose inside of 22. Finally chased down from behind and tackled 8 meters away. Jean-Andre Rudolph offloads it. Hidia Fundameva down to 2 meters, still driving. Stopped at 1 meter out. The Cheetahs on the front foot now. Hunt almost breaks through. The Griquas are disorganized. Is he over? Is he down? Held up. Oh, desperate defense by the Griquas. The Cheetahs needed that try. 50 minutes in, that would have changed the tenor of this game, and they do not get it done. Oh, my goodness. Daniel Cassini with an incredible line break there. Time off. Substitutions for the Griquas. Okay. 1 and 2. Eddie Davids comes in now. All right, so substitutions for the Griquas. So they blew the whistle. There was no kick. It's a free kick from the try line. So they get the ball back on the pitch. Clock is stopped at 50 minutes, 18 seconds, and the Griquas avoid a disaster there. After Daniel Cassini, just now the clock starts. Bursey kicks it down the pitch. Is that going to stay in play? It is. Past midfield, taken down there by Nkula. Nkula offloads that ball back to Aiden Davis. He runs into Derek Pretorius and Marco De Witt. Coming back this way now, Friedel Olafia, his first carry. He's tackled by Schablom and Ndamande. Try to come outside. Jean-Andre Rudolph knocks it on. It's a knock-on advantage for the Griquas. Jean-Andre Rudolph lost that ball in contact. My goodness, folks. My goodness. Where are the Cheetahs? They're getting mauled. Jean-Andre Rudolph was trying to shift that ball to offload it or to pass it back and just lost it. 6 handling errors for the Cheetahs. He looks gassed out there, down on his haunches. Now joins the scrum. Griquas, 62% possession. Wow, it's getting higher. It was 55 at halftime. He's telling Henkes van Wyk, he says, maybe you could just try to do it? He didn't even try to do it. We had good effort in the first half. All right, folks, don't forget, after this game, it's the Bulls. Yep. You know, I could have put a Griquas cap on. I didn't do that for this game. I keep wearing the losing jerseys. 76 to 42 tackles. Wow. That's a big change. It was 56 to 10, now 76 to 42. Bursey puts it in. He pulls it out of the back. He comes to the near side. He's got some pace, and there's no one there to stop him. He's over midfield before he runs into contact and driven into touch. But did he get it in play? Ooh. Cheetah ball. Interesting, AJ Yakos keeps saying that people are in touch from the other side of the field. You got a side judge. High tackle. Overturned. Yep. Kula. High tackle. So is this a makeable kick? Let's see where it's at. If I was the Griquas, I'd take the points. Clock is stopped. Nope, they're going to kick to the corner. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remain on that card. Well, it was a little far away, yeah. So let's see where the tackle is. Yeah, definitely a high tackle. Yeah, right around the neck. Yep. Bursey has been a little dynamo here for the Griquas. Without a doubt in this game, he's been huge. ITEC, Nord Cup. That ball's overthrown. And it's picked up by Tertius Kruger. Kruger over about 15 meters away. He's tackled. Bursey. In Demande with a carry. The Griquas. Damini's tackled over there. Big time. It's Davids. It's Eddie Davids. And here's a kick to the side. Oh, shame. It went backwards. Marco De Witt has it for the Griquas. He's in. The Griquas have scored again. Again. Wow. Wow. My goodness. Marco De Witt, I've told you this guy is a talent. The 22-year-old is coming up. And that's his 6th Currie Cup try of the season. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. So the question here is, please don't swap your jersey, says Pierre Garnett Bennett. No, I wasn't going to change the jersey. I was going to put a Griquas cap. I don't have a Griquas jersey. I do, but it's in the hands of Johan Mumsen. I haven't seen him since he brought it to the States. Is the kick good? Nope. So, didn't make the conversion. That's a bonus point for the Griquas, if nothing else. 4 tries, 15-point lead. They've lost 9. They left 9 points on the pitch. Can you imagine if they had those 9 points? Yeah. So if Laos played Cambodia, which jersey would you wear? Says Sean. Oh, that's easy. I would wear the Rugby World Cup officials jersey. I've done it before. For 2 teams, when I don't have the jersey, I'll wear one of those World Cup rugby officials jerseys. I got the one from 2015 and 2019. They're both pretty nice. Okay, another substitution for the Cheetahs. It's Michael Anis coming in for Cohen Jasper, who's had a terrible performance, so I'm not surprised it took that long. Here's the restart coming on the sideline. Here comes Cassius Kruger. Back to Makata. Makata down to the 10-meter line. Here to offload. Kruger. Kruger to the outside. Marco De Witt does a dummy. He's still going. 5 meters. Marco De Witt. Oh, he's down to 1 meter. And they've got advantage just a meter out the Griquas. Time off. We got some foul play coming here.
Cynical, you can't IP on a player.
Ooh. Number 7. Oh, man. Aiden Davis gets a yellow card for the Griquas. Or for the Cheetahs, excuse me. Cheetahs season is falling apart. Wow. Man, Marco De Witt, what a beast. What an absolute beast. Nearly gets the Griquas in again. Wow. My goodness. They're going to go for the 5-meter line out of the Griquas. So Dobella kicks it to the corner. My goodness, 56-26. And the Griquas now a chance to score again. Marco De Witt, a beast, an absolute beast. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite players, watching him play for the Griquas this season. The Griquas need a good line out here. Don't waste this opportunity. They got it. Griquas into a maul, 7 meters away. Call to use it once. Gustave Durant with the ball at the back. They're still going forward. Still going forward. Carl L is trying to get the ball. Still going forward. Gustave Durant is over, but he didn't get down. He got it down. Gustave Durant and the Griquas have scored again. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Where are the Cheetahs? Did they get on the bus in Bloemfontein, or are they still back in the locker room? What the hell is going on here? The Griquas score again. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. It's his 5th Currie Cup try for Gustave Durant. My goodness. Man. Okay, here's a conversion kick now. This one's not Dobella. Who's kicking this? Bursey kicks it. He's got it. 32-10. Takes it to a 4-score game. Wow. With just 22 minutes left in the game. Man, oh man, they are partying in Kimberley at the moment. Don't forget, folks, that Cheetahs won the Currie Cup last year after squandering the year before against the Pumas in the semifinal. My goodness. What people didn't come this game are going to regret. Tertius Kruger with the ball on the restart. Out to just short of the 22. 22-point lead for the Griquas, 32-10. Approaching the last quarter of the game. Bursey trying to dig it out here. Call to use it. He releases it to Dobella. Dobella is going to kick that down the pitch. Wow. If the Cheetahs lose this game, they drop to 4 wins, 4 losses, and a draw. Wow. This puts the ball firmly in the Pumas' court. My goodness. Yeah, George Whitehead. Yeah, he's been missing all season. DeBella's done a fine job in replacing him. All right, we're approaching that last 20 minutes here. Can you believe what's going on here, folks? Wow, it's amazing. We had 900 plus, almost 1,000 people in the first half, and we're only up to 1,372. People haven't tuned in the second half. 59-33. They go short to the Cheetahs and over to the middle of the pitch. Wenzel back in the game now. And is that Gideon Fundamev with the carry? We got it. Looks like we got a new scrum half out there. Ball's lost. It's taken over. Who's got it now? Knock on, knock on. Okay, so Marco Janssen van Vuren came in at the scrum half position. He's a tall scrum half, replacing Kruger. 20 minutes remain. Reinhard Fortin has come into the game for Daniel Cassende. Cassende had a good game. Okay, so substitutions. Reinhard Fortin. Cassende is one of the guys that's actually done a good job out there, and he's out of the game. All right, I already got Zindine Robinson is coming in for DeBella now. Lots of substitutions as the scrum half goes out over here. DeBella, brilliant game. Brilliant game by DeBella. Zinedine Robinson now out on the pitch for the Griquas. It's a scrum to the Griquas 10-meter line. Bonus point for the Griquas here. Be a bonus point victory for them. Set. And Carl Ells brings it from the back. Bursey. They go wide to Connor Mahoney. Mahoney out there looking for space. There he goes. Offloads it to Makata. Makata breaks through the 10-meter line. Still going. The Griquas down at just 30 meters away now. Bursey digs it out, sends it over to the middle. Zindine Robinson over to Splone. Splone does the dummy. He goes forward. He's tackled there by the Cheetahs. Bursey to dig the ball out of the ruck. He goes left. On the outside, Robinson into the hands of Zane Bester. He's been quiet since that try early in the game. Well, that looked like a knock on by Bursey, but he's spaceship. Bursey goes. He's down to the 22. He's got an offload. Connor Mahoney and the Griquas will score again. The Cheetahs are toast. Absolutely out of this game. The only question was it a forward pass or a knock on? I thought there was a knock on at the back of that scrum at the mall, back of that mall, and then maybe a forward pass. If not, Connor Mahoney with the try. My goodness. Now, we'll see, that's where it was. I'm going to wait and see if they say there was a knock on. The pass is flat, so the pass is okay. If so, if it stands, it's Connor Mahoney's 5th Currie Cup try. Looks like it's going to stand. Yep. Wow. Man, Cheetahs are absolutely falling apart. Robinson kicks it through. Man, it's all coming up Peacock Blues. 39-10. Wow. They are done. And they still got a yellow card to deal with here. That was at 56. So Bursey's out and Bobby Alexander comes in for the Griquas. Else and Van der Vault. Cohen Yatsper gets underneath it. He comes back the other direction. Contact there by the Griquas. Ball's dug out by Van Vuren. Van Vuren sends it over the middle. Just over midfield now, the Cheetahs trailing by 29 points with just 16.5 minutes remaining in the contest. They look like toast. Ball's kicked over the top by Wenzel. Caught over there by the Griquas. Makata has to wait on it. He gets it. Ball skirts out. Oh my goodness, there's Hanru Sergel out there now. Looks like Hanru Sergel. Jacques Van der Vaart. Oh my goodness, Robinson has to chase it back. Did he get it? Wenzel thinks he got a try. Sloppy play by the Griquas here. He didn't see any grounding. On-field decisions, no try. Amy Barrett Thrawn up in the TMO is going to look at that and see what she sees. They're going to go with, but sloppy play by the Griquas there, letting that ball bounce around back there. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Venzel thinks he has a try here, but this angle I can't tell. Yeah, it's not enough to overturn it. Here we go. Now we'll see. Ooh, well, that's hard to say. It looks like he might have got it. They might be overturning this. Let's see. All the Cheetahs fans left. Well, how many were there? Devani Musekwa, Cheetahs falling apart. Yes, they are. Rhea Boyson.
Yes, Amy.
I have a decision for you.
Yes, Amy.
The Cheetahs player gains possession of the ball and
Yes.
grounds the ball in goal, so you can award
Woo,
a
try awarded. Wow, Venzel gets the try. Wow, I wasn't expecting that decision. Boy, the Griquas really screwed the pooch there. You don't need to give them life. Wow. That breaks a string of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tries by the Griquas. Kick is good. 39-17. Bad play by the Griquas there, big time. De Beers Stadium up for sale, huh? No, the Cheetahs don't deserve to be in the semifinals. They're atrocious. They have been for a month. I don't know what the answer is here. All right. A little over 15 minutes remain now. Ball kicked down inside the 22, taken by Venzel. Oh, nearly chased down. Boy, just barely got that away. It doesn't go into touch. It bounces into the hands of the Cheetahs at 35 meters. Here comes Connor Mahoney down the sideline. He offloads it back to Bobby Alexander. The Griquas have scored again. Again. Can you believe it? The Griquas just come right back. Bobby Alexander. Unbelievable, folks. Wow. It's his third Currie Cup try. Look at he's got a big smile on his face. Wow. Gee, crickets. Alexander started all this. He got off to Connor Mahoney. Mahoney offloaded back to him, and Bobby Alexander with the try. My goodness. Boy, this is screwing up my Super Brew. They are just hitting on every cylinder here. And the problem is early on, it didn't look like they're going to get the points he needed. Bobby Alexander. Bjorn Basson. Why are they talking about Bjorn Basson? It's in Danny Robinson. He used to play for, oh, he missed it. 44-17. Hooked it to the left. Wow. 27-point lead. Take 4 converted tries to win this game now. And giving up no points. Boy, Griquas is going to go home happy tonight. Bonus point victory is looming for them in Kimberley. A victory at home, too. Just 13 and a half minutes remain. Here's the kick. We are getting treated to a try-fest here. Inside the 22, taken down there by Tessius. Is it Kruger? It was Kruger. The Griquas retain possession at their 22. Here's a kick by Robinson. Cohen Jasper, is he back in the game? Jasper went out of the game. Offside by the Griquas. The Cheetahs are playing penalty advantage now. Going to come back. Okay, Davis is out. Bester's out. Mahosia comes in for Davis. So what are they going to do? They need tries here, the Cheetahs do. Yep, so that penalty on the Griquas, big mistake there. Being lazy out there. So scrum to the Cheetahs here. 12.5 minutes remain. Yeah, holy crap, the Cheetahs are getting a hiding here, folks. Man, they are getting burned badly. Fine. Set. Ball goes in there from Van Vuren for the Cheetahs. They need 2 tries here. They come to the near side to Cohen Jasper. Jasper has Munia van Hotzenberg, but he holds on to it. He's tackled. Marco de Witt being kind of annoying out there for the scrum half. Marco de Witt of the Griquas. They're over in the middle of the pitch. Van Vuren sends it to the center to Sikakete. Sikakete's still out there. The Griquas have to stay disciplined here and get a turnover. And they have it! They come out here to Marco de Witt has the ball. He kicks it forward. Oh, and it's caught on the fly by the Griquas, but tackled. My goodness, Frida Olafia makes a huge tackle. Oh, that ball was caught over the shoulder by the Griquas. What an incredible sequence. So the Cheetahs are going to get the ball back, but the clock is working against them now. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Majima is warned about something. My goodness. So, with this, the Griquas will move to 19 points on the log. The Cheetahs will be stuck at 24. And their point differential, that's the key thing. Their point differential has dwindled here now to just 30. If the Griquas can score a few more points here, they do the Pumas a huge favor. Wow. My goodness. The TV announcer's talking about turning seasons around. There's no turning around of a season when you are 3 wins out of 9 games. Your season is over. And Province has 2 wins. Even if they win, it doesn't turn the season around. My goodness. Sikakete getting some attention out there. A terrible season for the Cheetahs. So it was a nice tackle from Minska. I think Sikakete is upset about head contact, but there was no head contact. We see on the replay. Gustave Durant had his head away from the contact. All right, so it's going to be a line out for the Cheetahs with 10 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Oh, my goodness. 104 people here, just 49 likes. I haven't asked for a like once in this game. It's time to do that. How about hitting the like button, though, folks? It's just below the video, right down there. Just push it. See, it's easy. You push the button.
That was easy.
See, piece of cake. All right. That's all. Just hit that like button. Help us out here. And let's see if we picked up any more subscribers in this broadcast. Okay, where are we at? A couple. The Griffins game last week had 1,200 views, so we're ahead of that. And there's a line out. Over to the middle, here it comes Cheetahs now, and Reinhard Fortain to Jean-Andre Rudolph to Cohen Jasper. Jasper trying to dance around, but there's a lot of Griquas there, and they bring him down. Gideon Fundameva trying to stop Tertius Kruger from making that tackle. Yeah, Jacques Fundameva looks like Heinrich Sergel out there. That's who he reminded me of. Cheetahs with the ball over the middle. Here comes Henkes from Vike with a carry down to about 10 meters. He's tackled there, but the clock is working against the Cheetahs as it's running out on them. Vernon Paolo now, but he's held up there by Tertius Kruger. The ball stripped, picked up by the Griquas. Here on the outside, Marco de Witt again. Back inside. Oh, it's knocked backwards by Mahosia, but the ball's loose. Get on it. There's a lot of knock-ons here, so that ball's taken down in the try zone by Bobby Alexander, dotted down, but it was knock-ons prior to that. My goodness, Bobby Alexander's everywhere since he came on the pitch. Everywhere since he came out there. Wow, that was like watching a pinball game there. And who was involved? Marco de Witt again. My goodness. And my goodness, Maho's just trying to play the ball on the ground. So, who's going to get the ball? Is it the Griquas or the Cheetahs? I need to see who he signaled. Clock is stopped at 70 minutes and 43 seconds. Excuse me. Okay, time goes back on. So it will be a Cheetahs scrum from their own 5-meter line. Boy, the Griquas almost ran it over a half-century mark there. Woo. No, that's not the only hope. They get to play the Pumas the last game, so they can beat the Pumas in the last game and still get in. It's going to put them on the back foot. Oh, Munir Hatzenbeck. It goes wide. And a chase down past the midfield here. That ball's inside the 22. Finally chased down by, who's going to get there? The Cheetahs get there. Overrun by the Griquas. The Cheetahs still alive. That's a forward pass. That's a forward pass. Ali Majima gets the ball on what is clearly a forward pass, and they don't even say anything about it. Ooh. Well, there you go. We get to wave the flag for once. Haha, 3 tries ain't going to get it done. So, Majima. Zinity Robinson gets it restarted. So it's not over for the Cheetahs, but they don't look like they deserve this. So 7 minutes remain. 44-24. Puma's probably disappointed in these last two tries being given up there. Clock is stopped again. Now, the Cheetahs can, even with a loss here, can still get to the playoffs. They play the Pumas in the final game of the season. If they beat them there, then it comes down to the points on the table. All right, so let's take a look at the Currie Cup schedule for next week. So we've got still waiting for the scrum to get started here. So next week it's the Pumas at home against the Cheetahs. So they have to win on the road against the Pumas if they lose this game, which seems very likely. And then the Pumas play Western Province and they play Cheetahs. So they've got a tough road to go. It's not easy for them. Cheetahs, Jean-Drew Rudolph brings it out from their 22. Wenzel, Hatzenberg, Cohen Jasper on the outside. They kick it, and again, the Griquas need to get down there. They got there this time. Dylan Mart bounces off. Jean-Drew Rudolph offloads the ball. Brilliant work by and there's a penalty for a high tackle. Nope. In front of the kicker. Okay. Yeah, that's true. They definitely were. Wow. Dylan Mart just knocked Jean-Drew Rudolph back again. It's twice this game. All right. My goodness. The kick is, oh, that's a replay now. So 75 minutes now in the game. All right. All right, folks. Here's a poll. Man of the match. You get 3 choices. Marco de Witt, Lobobella Dobella, or Dylan Splom. And Splom has it on the line out. 4.5 minutes remain. 20-point lead for the Griquas, who should be up by another 14. Tackles made by the Cheetahs. Ball's not released. That's going to be a penalty against the Griquas. So they're going to get a turnover here. So the Griquas squander. Oh, what's going on here? Van Vuren comes over and pushes one of the Griquas players. Jean-Andre Rudolph is the one who caused that turnover there. Sometimes he gets it right, sometimes he doesn't. Dolph says, I told you over 64.5 was easy. Huh? I don't know what that means. All right. 3.5 minutes remain. Scrum to the Cheetahs. Inside their 22, it looks like. So your man of the match options are up there, folks. Don't forget the big one's coming up after this. You'll be directed automatically to it. And that's the Bulls. And boy, I'm not going to. It's going to be a late start to that one, the way things are going. Penalty against the Griquas. Here come the Cheetahs. They're trying to run with it. Cohen Jasper hangs on. Minel Hotzenberg, and he's met by Connor Mahoney and Dylan Martin tackled. Clock is running out now, just 3 minutes. The Cheetahs need one more try to get a bonus point. And Jean-Andre Rudolph tackled there. Van Vuren, they come wide. Hotzenberg, he's tackled. Close to midfield now. Counter ruck from the Griquas doesn't quite get it. Van Vuren to Frito Olafio. Olafio, not done much since he came in the game. He's tackled at the 45-meter line. Van Vuren over to Wenzel. Wenzel kicks it wide, but they have to wait over there. Michael Anis gives chase. The Cheetahs are going to get there. They're going to get it. Wenzel down to the 5 meters line. And the Griquas are going to get that 4th try here. Fernand Paulo, 1 meter out. The Griquas still not onside. And there's Anis. Anis is stopped. But they're playing advantage, I believe. We're going to get a card here. Oh, yellow card for being offside. Bobby Alexander called for being offside. So the Cheetahs can get themselves a bonus point here now. And it looks like Marco de Witt's getting some treatment out. The very disappointing performance by the Griquas in the last 15 minutes of this game. They had this thing wrapped up. They look like the province side out there squandering huge leads. They're not going to lose, but I see why they called cynical offsides. He didn't quite get back on side, and that is what's prevented the try. So fair call. That is cynical. That's a good call by A.J. Jacobs. A.J. Jacobs, that's cynical and nothing more. I'll take the player out of the equation. All right, lots of explanation there for Jacques Van der Walt. Tap and go, Cheetahs. And they're down to Majima's over the line, but he's held up. And the Cheetahs are going to be denied that bonus point by great defense. Oh, the Griquas are stoked. They stopped it. 2 minutes remain. It's not over yet. Tabo and Demanda, excited about that. My goodness. Should they have gone for the 5 meter? Yeah, should they have gone for the 5 meter lineup? Robinson from the goal line. It's not a very good kick. Out to about 48 meters. Jean-Andre Rudolph fields it. He comes up. He kicks it over the top. He's blocked off. They close the gap. That's the right call. They should call that more often, though. A lot of players get away with that during the course of a game. So the Cheetahs get another chance here as they shut. Oh, yeah, look at that. They squeezed. Yeah, that's definitely cut. It's right in front of the official. Good call by Jakob's done a great job in this game. He's called a really good game. Wenzel. All right, now they'll go for a 5-meter line out. Let's see where the mark is. And the Cheetahs have one more chance with less than a minute to go to get that bonus point that they desperately need. Oh, over 64 points for the match. Gotcha. I didn't see the comment earlier. Thank you, Dolph. Okay, so can the Griquas stop them again? Bobby Alexander's out with the yellow card. He will not be returning. Cheetahs line out. Successful into a maul. They're driving. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. And they have an advantage. They're going to come back. It's a knock on, but they were playing penalty advantage. 10 seconds left before the hooter. Can the Griquas keep them out? That would be huge. If the Cheetahs could score, that's massive for them. There's the yellow card, or the hooter.
Line again, entry.
The Rock, Eddie David.
All right, so Eddie David's called for the side entry there. Oh, yeah, you can see it here. Clearly side entry. Reminds me of the Skulk Ferreira penalty earlier in the game. Bulls coming up, hosting the Lions. Big game there. Here's the line out for the Cheetahs, 6 meters away. Over the hooter. They go deep, successful into a maul, but there's no defense from the Griquas there. They're going to score. They stop him, just short. Van Vuren to Wenzel to Hotzenberg in the corner, and the Cheetahs get the bonus point. That's a huge try. Munir Hotzenberg in the corner for the Cheetahs. Wow. My goodness. Poor defense by the Griquas throughout the last 15 minutes. Hotzenberg's going to get them a bonus point. Munir Hotzenberg with that score. Wow. Comes conversion attempt, 44-29. Wow. The Cheetahs going to get a point. I'll take them out to 25 on the log. Put them ahead of the Pumas before tomorrow. So they've secured 4th place for now. Wow, that's a hell of a kick. That's 31. Wow. Wow. Completely dominated were the Cheetahs in this game, but they wind up coming away with a bonus point that, frankly, they didn't deserve. Who's your man of the match? Let's see what you've got here. Man of the match. 73% say it's Marco de Witt, and I agree 100% with that call. Wow. Big test match, sorry, not test match, big derby coming up after this. It's the Bulls and the Lions, and we'll be covering that in just a few minutes. Stick with us, folks. You'll get transferred over there and join us for that broadcast. Final score from Suzuki Field in Kimberley. It's the Griquas 44, the Cheetahs 31. It should have been 44-10. Should have been 44-10. That's what it should have been. Disappointment. And I'm going to see. Oh, they've got DeBella as their man of the match, not Marco de Witt. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here, folks. We're going to get the other game started. So thank you for being with us. And we'll go to that. So many tries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row from their Griquas. They wound up with 7 tries. And the Cheetahs get 4 to get that bonus point. Final score from Suzuki Stadium in Kimberley in Northern Cape. 44-31. The Griquas win this game. They'll go up to 19 points on the log. So actually not that far behind. If they'd held the Cheetahs to not getting a point, they actually could have topped them on the log before the season ended if things went well. Think about that. But not now. They won't be able to beat them. Whew, wow. Crazy stuff right there. All right, folks. 1 game left for the Griquas. 1 game left for the Cheetahs. Final score, 44-31. We'll see you in just a couple minutes over on, well, here, but for the other broadcast. Thanks, everybody. God bless. Be sure to hit the like button before you go.